Just pierogi dinner. Oh my goodness. Alexandra, these, first of all, I have to tell you, there are certain foods where at QVC, all of our crew are waiting when the presentation is over. This is one of those tables where after we do the presentation on a show like In the Kitchen with David, people are lined up waiting to snag a couple pierogies and have their wonderful lunch or dinner. This is your choice of flavors from Alexandra, authentic Eastern European pierogi recipe that truly tastes homemade because essentially it is homemade. This is going to be your choice of 40 for $47.98. You're saving $12 today. It ships directly right to your door within 2 days of being shipped. You can choose either all cheese and dill, all classic potato, all cheddar bacon, or if you want to go with a combo, just choose any two flavors. And you will be bringing those home. You can get kind of 20 and 20 in any of those two flavors. It's free shipping and handling, and you are looking at a great $15.99 on an easy pay. Mimi McKenzie is here to tell us more. Mimi, you know I love these. Everyone loves these at QVC, and our customer has fallen in love with Alexandra and their pierogies.
Oh my gosh, Rachel, so nice to be with you. So from Portage Park in Chicago, home of America's largest Polish and Ukrainian community, Alexandra's taste homemade because they are handmade. The dough is handmade. The filling is hand filled into that dough. Absolutely no additives, preservatives, artificial ingredients. And as you were saying, Rachel, choice of two. So the classic potato that I'm holding here, you can see how light and pillowy the dough is. You can see how stuffed it is. Absolutely fabulous. Everybody loves a classic potato pierogi. But then we launched just a couple weeks ago our brand new cheese and dill. So this is a farmer's cheese from New York State with hand chopped dill, not the stems, just the leaves, if you will. And it is not overpowering on that dill, but it is full of flavor, perfect for the spring and the summer. And then we also launched, oh my goodness, so wildly popular, our brand new potato bacon cheddar. So as you've heard me say before, the potatoes come from Idaho. They're russet potatoes that we rice, and then we incorporate the bacon from Indiana. We grill it on our own grills. So these are not bacon bits that you are looking at. This is real, authentic Indiana bacon with a bit of a smoky taste to it, not overly powering so. And then, of course, the Wisconsin cheddar cheese that we hand grate. So there aren't any stabilizers in that. You're getting pure cheese in every single bite. So absolutely delicious. Over 3 pounds of pierogies in this particular offer. And you just simply pick two of your favorites.
They are so good. You pick two of your favorites, or you can go all 40 in any one flavor if you just know you love the cheese and dill or the classic potato or that cheddar bacon. I'm going to talk about those different options because some are already getting limited. As I do that, I want to let everyone know you can lock in auto delivery here. So if you want to keep that sale price that saves you $12 off of that QVC price, this can be coming home to you every 60 days for 1 year. So lock that in. And we also do have your choice. You can either have this shipped immediately or this can ship to you on the 23rd. So just in a couple days. So that is the cheddar bacon option. That is going to be your best bet, but we have fewer than 300 there in that cheddar bacon. You can also go in your combo choice. So this looks like your classic, that's the classic potato with the cheddar bacon. Fewer than 120 in that combo. Here's your cheddar bacon with that cheese dill. Fewer than 200 there. That cheese dill, oh my goodness, I loved that one when I tried it in the kitchen with David. It's so creamy and delicious.
Yes,
if you want that cheese dill all by itself, fewer than 75 remain there, and that's a good one. The classic potato, fewer than 50. I think that's our most limited. That would be all 40 in that classic potato. Here's your classic potato and your cheese and dill, but fewer than 150 there. Okay, and that's all of them. So go ahead. You're seeing we're getting pretty limited, fewer than 200 for basically all of your options. So bring these ones home. They are such a wonderful companion if you want to just saute up some onions, some mushrooms, place them in.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Mimi, there's just an endless variety. Can you tell us about the dough? Because for me, a
Oh,
great
sure.
pierogi, of course, is about the inside, but it's also about that authentic dough on the outside that gets just that little bit of crisp in the pan. It's so delicious.
So what makes our dough so light and pillowy is the fact that we use flour and whole eggs. Many people just use flour and water, so the dough gets a little bit tough. But with that extra added pinch of fat from the whole eggs, it literally just puffs up while you're boiling them. Maybe you want to bake them. It is very light and airy, and then stuffed, filled. So we're 50% pastry dough, 50% filling. And when you were talking about different ways to prepare them for this summer, I wanted to show everyone what a 40-piece pierogi looks like, because there is absolutely no way that you could get your store-bought pierogies to look like this. I literally boiled these 4 to 5 minutes. I caramelized some onions, pan sauteed them in some butter, and you look at all of the pierogies that you have there in this particular offer.
Wow.
How about a bacon, lettuce, tomato salad instead of sandwich? And then I used the bacon cheddar potato as an accompaniment instead of croutons here. So that is just a really nice, light, summery, on the deck sort of summer salad. And then for breakfast, many people don't know that you can easily eat pierogies for breakfast instead of
Yes.
hash browns. So with an omelet, maybe with your uh, sausage and then some cheese and dill, that would just be absolutely lovely. And then also for a snack, the nachos. My gosh, everybody loves nachos. And you simply just bake them off, add your cheese, add your salsa, some peppers and some beans, and you're good to go. It's absolutely wonderful.
It truly
Our compo-
is. You are going to
and I
have,
just wanted
please, Mimi, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Rachel. I didn't mean to overtalk you. I just wanted to show you what our ingredient plate looks like, because again, there's no additives, preservatives, stabilizers, nothing. We do everything by hand back in Chicago, from ricing our potatoes to grating our Wisconsin cheddar cheese to frying off our bacon. Yes, thank you so much for showing everyone exactly where we are and who we are. So those russet potatoes come in from Idaho. Our onions also come in from Idaho, where we hand clean them, then inspect them, and then they will hit the grill, which is right there. Absolutely a phenomenal labor-intensive process, as well as grating our own cheese. So there isn't any filler or stabilizer in what we do. And then shredding our own cabbage, sheeting our own dough. That is the whole eggs and a little bit of water, and then of course the flour. And you can see how light and thin that dough is, and then we hand fill it and hand crimp it. So what you're getting is something absolutely completely authentic, made by first generation Polish and
Wow.
Ukrainian women. And that's why we were chosen as the official pierogi of Taste of Polonia, which is the big fair in Chicago,
Wow.
as well as the official pierogi for the Buffalo Bisons up in Buffalo, New York,
That's
which is another
amazing.
large, community of Polish and Ukrainian people. But you
That's
can
so
see
great.
how golden delicious they are on the outside, how filled and stuffed they are on the inside. And it is just such a labor of love for all the women who make these for you. And we just can't thank you all enough for loving them.
On
And
the
they do arrive frozen, by the
Okay,
way.
beautiful. Okay, perfect. So they're going to arrive to you frozen. You can saute them, you can
Mhm.
boil them, you can put them in the oven. There's so many great
Yep.
ways. You're going to get the instructions. And when I run the In the Kitchen with David chat, there are wonderful chatters who come and tell me how much they love the Alexandra pierogies. And I'll never forget, Mimi, that one week we were presenting these and a woman came on and she said, my husband is Polish. He will only eat homemade pierogies that he makes himself or Alexandra's pierogies. That is how authentic they
Wow.
are, that he, as a Polish person who actually makes these himself, he has the stamp of approval for Alexandra's. You really do taste the difference when it comes to the flavors, when it comes to the purity of the ingredients. And Mimi, when we're getting pierogies from the grocery store in the frozen section, I want to encourage everyone to look on the back and look at the long list of ingredients that are going to be there, the preservatives that are going to be in there. I love that you showed us that plate that just shows us the complete purity of what goes into these pierogies. We're going to feel good about eating these and about serving these to our families.
Oh, absolutely. There's only 6 to 7 ingredients per flavor profile that you can easily read. So I challenge you to look at what is going on in the grocery store, because let me tell you, there's an awful lot of things you don't want to eat and enjoy in those ingredient lists. But these are so light and so delicious. I know you're going to love them. So many people have said, wow, like we just didn't even think that we could enjoy a pierogi like we enjoy yours. So the light pillowy dough, the stuffing, which is, by the way, speaking about stuffing, the bacon cheddar potato was actually a request from our head buyer, who wanted something that really spoke to our QVC family, because the majority of our flavor profiles are, in fact, authentic Eastern European recipes. So here you can see it served with a steak. You can see it over here in the Pittsburgh nacho assembly, which is just absolutely so much fun, with the sour cream and the hot peppers and the extra cheese. You can absolutely pan saute these and just add a little bit of accoutrement on the side. The Happy to Meet You bratwurst along with the sauerkraut, absolutely fabulous. There really is no season for pierogies, because you can even steam these on your grill. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did not.
But a pan, like you could take that, you could take a stainless steel pan, line it with a little bit of water, put the grate on top, put your pierogies on top, cover it, and then you can make your pierogies outside. Let me tell you, pierogi people, they know how to make them.
That sounds amazing. I want to remind you what you can
butter.
Yes. I want to remind you what you can choose from. Remember, you're getting 40 of them, and these are large. 2 or 3 are going to fill you up. We have the cheddar bacon. You can go all 40 in that cheddar bacon. We also have your cheddar bacon combined with that classic potato. This is your cheddar bacon combined with the cheese dill option. We could go all cheese dill for you, all 40. This is your classic potato in all 40. Fewer than 2 dozen remain there. That is the most limited option. So please check out of your cart if that one is in your cart right now. And finally, potato and your dill option, fewer than 150 to go around there. A $12 savings, lock-in auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year, all 40 in one flavor or any 2 flavors in your combo. Mimi, thank you so much. You always bring us such delicious pierogies. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Pleasure to be with you.
You as well. Now, still to come in just a little bit.